Hey, what's up, everybody? That's gonna be number one video to start this with, because I'm gonna start this with some questions. And I know this ain't got to do with Billy, but yet it does. It's oddly connecting a hidden dot that a lot of you don't see. Okay, so I'm gonna try to connect some dots and stuff. I'm gonna point to some things here because we're gonna have to know. This man here is the kinfolk of someone that has to do with the moon landing. I think he's the son of the father who killed somebody to cover it up. I think I really can't remember, but anyway, he's going to say something here that I think is very important for us to understand. It's very important to hear and to know just how deep our enemy is inside of our country. Now, I'm going to point some things out. I want to go all this by allegedly because to prove it all, it's going to take time. But just know it can't be that impossible. You're being lied to. We are being lied to. And information is being covered up. And when that's happening, it's easy to hide stuff from us. Listen to what this guy says here.
Okay. In Cannon Air Force Base in 1968, he said by the time he got there, that there was already two large hangars that were connected. There was hundreds of dump trucks that came in and dumped sand and stone, and cement powder was powdered over the top of all that to make it look like a lunar landscape.
Okay, so when you hear that, dump trucks brought in the material to make this place inside these two hangars, to make the inside of them look like the lunar surface. So they faked the moon landing, okay, on that. That's pretty much come out too. We know this, but they're not admitting it. NASA's not going to admit it, no way. They'll never come out on this, never. So don't hold your breath on them ever admitting it, because they're not going to. But I got to point something out here with this example on the moon landing. Clearly, somebody stands against us, even in that. So when I choose to go to the moon, not because it's hard, because blah blah. When that choice was made, a side of this country like to flip its lid. Maybe this is that side's game. I don't know. It's a little confusing. But understand this: they're definitely lying to us. Who's profiting from lying to us? Who's making the best profit from keeping us in the dark and running us through the mill? It'd be that Democrat Party, wouldn't it? Now I know you're going to blame it all on President Trump. Well, I'm not here to hear that. I don't care. We're doing better things now. Okay, we're not doing that. What we're going to do is identify the problem somehow. We're going to work these little measurements in here and find out what's going on. You understand? Now, you heard this man say dump trucks brought in the material.
Just powdered over the top of all, came in and dumped sand and stone.
Sand and stone, and dropped white powder on top of it, make it look like the lunar surface. This is where the doom bugger was in there running around spitting up that shit. Okay, now, who owned the dump trucks? You wasn't thinking about that, was you? No. Every dump truck had a driver. Who ordered the white powder? Who brought it to him? Who sold it to him? A human was involved in that. You understand? So, all I got to do is go question these people during this time. If they're even still alive, which they're probably not. In fact, I would be willing to bet that they were all dispatched, destroyed during this time. Well, it's my right to feel that way, considering everything else that's being covered up and hidden from us, right? Okay, so how many dump trucks did it take? One or two? Was there a one shot, one trip in? We're going to put this inside here and that's it? Nobody knows what's going on? Excuse me. It was later that a man would say according to Bart Zabrell, that he would volunteers because he knew they faked the moon landing. Well, he was never brought out and put up front. You know what I mean? He wasn't put on Main Street News, nothing like that. So we didn't get to hear his take on that. What happened to these drivers? What happened to the power people? What happened to them? I'm going backwards with this, okay? So check this out. Minnesota riots. Remember them? Wasn't too long ago. I was watching the news on that, and then the camera's panning by an area. As it panned by this area, I noticed a perfect pallet skid of bricks wrapped in plastic sitting right there in the grass. No construction anywhere, but there it's sitting. It's sitting there for them to use, those bricks, to throw against these businesses or against anybody that fights with them or whatever, you see. Who brought them bricks in there? Who bought them? And what company set them there? Well, there's no construction going on. You want me to just put them here? Yeah, just drop them right there in the thing, and that's all you got to do. Don't worry about it, okay? We'll take care of everything from there. Okay, you got it. Controller 7, I need you to grab these, you know what I'm saying? Now, that driver's got to deliver these bricks up here. Yeah, just set them right there. Okay, thank you. The riot's going on. They're tearing up shit, burning these buildings down. We got to hold people responsible. But who? Who do we hold responsible? Huh. Why don't we start with the people who brought these pallets in? Why did you bring these pallets in, these bricks, and set them here? Why'd you do that? Okay. This trucking company that brought in the sand, did anybody question them? Probably not. Probably didn't care. Wasn't even thought about it. They're in a damn desert, but they want you to bring them sand. Isn't that funny? Huh. Okay. Now, 9/11 was an inside job. What? Oh man, come on, dude. Okay, well, architects for 9/11 Truth will tell you how their explosives found in the powder that they recovered, the dust, everything from that day. It's all been infiltrated. Everything there has been uncovered and unfolded. We were attacked, clearly, from the inside out. Beams of steel don't break in angles like glass. They don't bend like coat hangers when falling. They will bend, but not into loops and things like that, or into crosses and, you know, special things like that. It don't happen. It ain't gonna happen. But a welder can come in and take something apart, make it weak. A shape charge can blow something apart in a shape, in a form. Well, if that's all true and these things really blowed up, you'd find the evidence in the powder and stuff. They did. But you're not hearing about that as if breaking news. This company was held responsible for 9/11. No. We watched lava come out of the fucking floor. Sorry about my language. We watched lava come out of the floor, and molten lava from airplanes. Come on. Really? It got that hot. No, it didn't. Yes, it did. No, it didn't, because when it impacted the building, most of the fuel blew up. That was the big fireball you saw. That's the fuel on that plane. The first one didn't have all that, did it? No, because it wasn't like that. And that is where the molten steel was coming down. I'm pretty sure it's from the first impact, not the second. The second impact was indeed 100% an airplane. The first one, I question 100%. Pennsylvania, question 100%. The Pentagon, question 100%. Who are the people involved that attacked us from the inside out? I don't know. I don't either. I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you. I guarantee you, I'd promise you that anybody that knew who this person was or that person was, connected this or connected that, they were silenced. because that's the way it works. This guy you're looking at, his father, Eugene, I forget the guy's name exactly, but anyway, him and his friend were talking, and his friend said they're faking the moon landing. The dude knew what they were doing. So did this man's father. He knew what they were doing. And this man was going to break it loose and tell the world what they were doing. So Eugene, I almost said his name again, I think it's Eugene. He killed his friend to silence it, to protect the moon program. So Cyrus, maybe Eugene Cyrus or something like that. Anyway, that's what the man confessed of, okay? He said he did it, and why. We have testimony and evidence towards this very remark. You understand? It's just that simple. We see our current president say things like, if you're with us, stand up, and the left didn't stand up at all. A couple different times he's asked that, and they would not give their support for anything he wants or support for this country. And that's the main thing. You can hate President Trump. I don't care. That's your prerogative. I don't want to vote for him. Don't. I don't care. That's your prerogative. He's a bastard. He's a son of a bitch. Okay, you want to insult him. It's bullshit, but fine. Have your way. Have your way. That's what you want. Is it right? No, but that's what you want, so that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to do. That's the enemy's talk. Enemy says, you shut up, and you better. Enemy says, get over here, and you better get over there. If you don't, you're going to get beat, hit, turn, kill, whatever. These people surround us. And I don't think a lot of you realize that. You think you're safe every day going to work. These people are nuts, and this is going on, that's going on. Let me remind you. Let me remind you. COVID-19 was not a love letter. I just love my American people. Look at them. Oh, they're so good people. Look at them. Oh, look at them. I just love them. No. No, it wasn't like that at all, was it? In fact, let's see how many of them we can kill. Kill America now. Push the button. What? Push it. No, I can't. Yes, you will. You will do it now. Listen, I'm not going to kill my American people. You're not? Hell no. You just shot that man in his head. That's right. And anybody else in here who ain't going to participate in this is going to get shot in the head. Now, who else is going to stand out? Who else don't want to be a part of this? Come on, let's hear it now. You ain't going to hear nobody. But what he just did was created a weak link. Now, people who didn't want to be there is like, I got to get out of this shit, man. I'm not going to get killed. Man, if I said something to kill me too, no, I ain't doing that. So now you got weak links. There's a chink in your armor. Because now you have a weak link that's going to not stand beside you and don't support you and don't approve of what you're doing. You're killing America. You're lying about something to kill America. We don't approve of that. You need to sit down. As we found out, those people were silent. I don't ever recall anyone ever coming forth and talking about, I was a driver back in 1955 and I remember taking a load of sand into that Area 50, whatever they got out there, you know. No. I had to dump it inside that hangar they're talking about. No, all them drivers are dead. Yeah, every one of them are dead. You see, I got a hypothesis, all right? That's just my thought, but I'm thinking like this. How am I going to get rid of these drivers? I can't just go kill them. No, you can't. What if I got them on drugs? What if I made them an alcoholic? What if I gave them bad food? What if I killed them through this, through that, to silence them? Because, hey, that's what we do. Thou shalt not kill. Bullshit. They don't give nothing. They don't give a damn about your life. They don't give a damn. Neither did the God who came here and created us. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Shut up. I don't even want to hear it. Everything you know is a lie. Now, why are they lying to us? What is the goal? Where are we going? What will they get out of this? Well, let me tell you something. It's an uglier picture than any of you can imagine is what they're going to get out of this. Okay? World domination. Take over this planet. You're either with us or you're against us on this entire planet. And I don't see no way to get that. There's no way to achieve that goal without having major devastation and starting all over. And even then, these elements around us are not going to let it happen. They're going to go underground where they are right now. If they nuke us and destroy the surface, their children will take over. Whatever they got underground and they're protecting right now will take over. We will all be gone just like before. And they'll come back up to the surface and they'll take over just like they did before. They will do this over and over until their goal is accomplished, which is destroy the human life on this planet. You hear them talking about life on Mars, and you heard, and you're going to hear through some other videos I'm going to put up about with Billy Carson. You're going to hear about life on Mars. You're going to hear how things are going on there that can only be done if life was present, and that life is underground, and it's probably hiding there. Now, reasons and all that, it don't matter right now, okay? If you can't handle what I'm telling you about, then how are you going to handle the details and get involved in it? Let's start from the top and ease our way into this. That's what I'm trying to do with you. I'm trying to ease your way into what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I'm not religious, but I so believe in a God, our number one creator, who's never been to this planet, never ever said to do this or to do that or don't do that. No. That is an element that puts elements together. I don't know how to word this, okay? But this God is why there's life all over space. It's all over out there. Don't let these people tell you that it's not true. It very well could be Earth is in an area that has been transformed to create prison for us, never to let us leave this planet. Never. And we're never going to get to Mars either. The only way to accomplish these goals are to 100% create protection against radiation. And I am pretty sure there's only two elements that does that. One is a lot of energy, major energy that you cannot harness. The other one would be radiation. And you can harness that, but it will kill human. Because lead poisoning is just what it is. Radiation, I said that wrong. Radiation will protect us against this radiation. Okay, you're getting on my nerves. Lead will protect us against radiation. Was that so hard to say? See what they're doing? Now, if you're surrounded by that lead, it's dangerous. You can get lead poisoning. So they're not making a capsule with humans in it surrounded by lead. It will kill them. They're not going through radiation because this stuff is so powerful, it will kill them. You're telling me, no, that's not true. You're lying. Man, that's not true. Okay, well, let's take a little time and put that in perspective for you so you'll understand, because it's important. So a couple years back, I was arguing about the moon landing. Now, I'm not educated. I am not with the highest education, all right? So what I didn't know, I wanted to learn. I tuned in to an area, happened to be a college lecture, and she's discussing things about this radiation. And I'm trying to pick up points. I'm really not getting much from this, but I'm going to continue listening because I don't know much about it. Maybe I'm just missing it. Next thing I know, this woman is discussing a third radiation belt between Earth and the moon. Wow, really? A third belt, huh? That's right, a third belt. Well, pray tell, how does a third belt mysteriously appear between us and the moon? Well, it didn't mysteriously appear. That's how. Humans have tested nuclear weapons in low Earth or above low Earth orbit, inside the radiation. Well, they know it's there, so let's test and see what happens. It ain't like something else is going to happen because it's too far away. Blah, you know, they just made excuses. Our planet has went through a major change. Okay, our axis is somewhat moving. They claim we always go through this, blah blah blah. Well, what if they're making all this happen? You see, they tested these nuclear weapons in space, and we saw on the news they launched some kind of rocket to hit the moon, and we saw that rocket hit the moon on the news. You didn't? Well, I did. I did. I seen a preview of it before I went to work, and then I got off of work and I watched it happen. Now, I'm thinking, wow, that's a trip. And then nobody's just talking about a third belt. Nobody cares about a third belt. So I bring it up in argument, and I'm told I'm a liar. Well, I don't care. You can keep on putting me down all you want to. I'm collecting notes. I'm connecting dots, I mean. Collecting and connecting. Collecting information stored in my head and connecting dots that you can't see. Now, there's a group clearly behind all this demise that's going on. The line on the moon, our deaths here, what's going on. Now, in 2023 was an ugly time. We have a disease called COVID-19. A virus, and it's killing people. I lost 2 uncles, 2 aunts, and my mother to COVID-19. They were murdered by this group. So don't you think for one moment I'm going to chill the F out, leave this information alone and walk away, because I'm not going to, ever. I'm going to link you sons of bitches to the devil. And after I link you sons of bitches to the devil, you better get a hold of your ancestors and get them down on this planet and tell them to get you a ride off of it. Because if you don't, there won't be a safe place on this planet for you to hide when I come. You better hope I never gain power. You better hope I never gain influence. You better hope I never find out who you are. And I know that list is gigantic. No, but you better understand this. Half of our country right now hates Donald J. Trump because he's our president, leading us out of the mess they put us in. You better think about that. Fuck Donald Trump! Yeah, pardon my language. It's because they said F America. Yeah, they did. Does the alien want our country and wants all of us off of it, and anyone here will be a slave after the fact? Yeah, I did say alien. No, folks, I'm not into the little green men, although the little gray alien is probably real. It ain't really short. There's probably many sizes and different shapes of it. It's probably real enough. And it lives on this planet, no doubt. You're seeing the evidence of this through Skinwalker Ranch. I hate to say the word, especially if you put all 3 of those words together, you open up something. I've got a lot of bad luck because I'm talking about this subject. My job is on the line. My life is on the line because I talk about this subject. And I'm never going to stop. I know what you are, people. You're my enemy. Not all of you. I probably said that wrong. I know who they are. There you go. They are our enemy. Because you're American. No? Well, you're human. Yeah? Yeah. Of course you are. And you like life. And you value life. No matter what language, no matter what color, no matter where you are geologically on this planet, you're about the human life and what we can do for each other but you're held down like everyone else is. I don't want to hear from you. The powers that control this planet don't want that. No. China, Russia, America, UK, Britain, Ukraine, whatever. Yeah, UK, Ukraine. Excuse me. All these people could put their arms down right now, come to a table, let's have peace. Let's just stop war right now. Let's just work on everything we got to. I don't care what it is. Let's stop fighting. Let's work for a central goal and make this planet great again. It's never going to happen, folks. It cannot happen because of our ancient ties. I don't care about your religion, your Jesus, your Yahweh, your fat man, Buddha. I don't care about none of that. Understand? I focus on the truth. I focus on what's happening. I focus on what I see as a demise to our world. War is one of them. Disease is another. Famine obviously is coming because humans are destroying our livestock, our food. Why would you do that? Why would you destroy our food? Why would you destroy our livestock? Why would you poison our air? No, hey, why would you poison our water? Hey, did you know America is probably the strongest country in the world? When we get on the ground, we kick ass. And we do very well because of how we do it. We lose people like anybody else, but we win conflicts. Yes, we do. We have weapons and technology here connected to ancient times. You find that coincidental? Because I don't. We have rules being changed. Given this, given that. I want them to have that. That was 100 years ago, let's just say. In today's world, I want you to take it away from them. I don't want them to have that no more. They cannot have that. Remove it. Wow, really? Yes. Take it away. Okay. It's been taken away. We don't have it no more. Now what? One of those things they want to take away is our guns. Because our guns will in fact stop any living creature who wants to do harm to you. You understand? Any living creature. Especially one called a human. A human cannot handle a gun when it's aimed at their face. They'll freak. Oh my God! Oh my God! Because they know what it can do. And those who have these guns know what they can do. And they like to inflict fear onto you. Because all you want to do is go to work and be a good guy. You don't believe in none of that stuff. You know what I mean? You just don't believe in none of that. And you just want to, I just want to live. Why you got to push all that stuff around me for? I don't agree with it. Why you lie to me all the time? Why are you doing this? How come I can't have nothing? What's going on? Explain it to me. Explain this to me. And you're never going to get your answer because this whole world we're in is full of confusion. It's full of confusion because that's what the aliens want. Yes, I've used aliens 2 or 3 times now. That's just the way it's going to be. And they are aliens. I don't care what you think. Those who from heaven came to earth were Anunnaki. I don't care how you look at it. Anunnaki is kind of like a term for space traveler. Okay. Sumerian is what they were. Okay. When they landed on this earth, they landed in a place that they called Sumeria. That place today is called Iraq. Now connect those dots. Who are they? Who are those people? Okay? You don't know. You're still lost. Goddamn. Come, let us make man in our image and of our likeness. If you can't figure out what that says, then you're just lost. You'll never figure it out. Our image is what we look like. Our image is bipedal, 2 arms, 2 legs. Our likeness, how we are, how we talk, how we think. It's just like them. Why? Because they want to rebuild themselves. The only way they can rebuild themselves is to use proper slavery to do it. That's us. And we are very intelligent. We're easy to alter or change or to slow that intelligence down. All you gotta do is take some head damage and it'll mess that all up. What I just say? Take some head damage and that messes all that up. Okay. At 56 years old, I remember when I was in school and I needed help. As I told you, I'm not educated. I was in class and I couldn't get help. Hold my hand up. They tried to help me. They couldn't do it as fast as they could with the other kids, so they quit calling upon me and trying to help me out. Eventually, they didn't help me at all. I'd be setting my hand up and, you know, I'm getting nowhere. It's like, well, I guess we won't do that no more. Now, that turned into being a troublemaker, and that turned into quitting school. Probably the best thing I ever did. No, not for working, but for what I'm talking about right now. Best. If I was you, and educated like you, and put through the system like you, I wouldn't be able to talk like I am right now. I wouldn't be able to think like I am right now. I would probably never even have the interest to go looking for this stuff. In fact, most of you has probably already turned me a long time ago. I doubt very many of you are listening to me right now. If you are, it's because you know damn well what I'm talking about. You've seen it yourself. And we're just getting to the start of it. We ain't even got deep yet. I've been out and out like a knife on you. Damn! And I can really lay this out and put it in detail for you. We're going to get amazing. And all we're going to do is grow on this subject, folks. Just know that. I'll get better at it. I don't have all the special effects and all that kind of stuff like all these other people do, make these beautiful videos. I'm just going to talk to you and tell you like it is. You can listen or you can turn the channel. I don't really give a shit. It's up to you. We are surrounded by an enemy who wants to destroy us and kill us. You have brought drugs and bad shit into your life. You're obese. You don't think right. You're a drunk. You're a drug head. You're anything but perfect. And those of you who are perfect, you're not interested in this conversation and what we're talking about because you are on to other things in life. These other things that I just mentioned are a demise on us. If you take in a lot of head trauma, you're not going to be able to think right. If you're constantly messing your brain up with chemicals, you're not going to think right. If you're constantly messing your body up with alcohol and these other things, you're just not going to feel right, think right, or be right. Okay? You can fully function, but just something about it just ain't going to be right. Know that. So, I believe that the goal is to destroy us. And look what's going on in our country. But to understand the fight, it's only going on in our country. Confusing, huh? How come the whole world's not poisoning their food? Only America is. How come the whole world's not poisoning their water? Just America. Fluoride and that kind of stuff. Look up fluoride, it's dangerous. Look up your toothpaste, it'll kill you. These things are bad for you. Do them anyway, clean your teeth, it's really good for you. You know what I mean? Then your teeth are falling out. You don't understand why, you know. Teeth fell out, your hair's falling out, your gray hair, you're old, you're not thinking right, you're skinny, you don't eat right, everything's messed up, you're swinging your attitudes, your mentality, you're pissed off all the time, you're mad about this. Hey, I'm a pissed off son of a bitch all the time. Because of what I know, what you're doing to me, and what I cannot do, and what I want to do, and what I'm trapped in. So I walk around kind of pissed off all the time. According to my boss and a few other people, they think I'm taking it out on my customers and everybody else, and that's bullshit. It's not true. I may not be a real cheerful person, but that doesn't mean I'm trying to take something out on you. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. I drive a tow truck. And these things that were used against me. I got a black lady, she's obese. She's nice, okay? But she's showing me some control issues that I'm not into. You don't drive my truck. Don't act like you're going to drive my truck. You're there because you broke down and you called a tow truck to come there and do what you say to do. No, I don't think so. You called that truck for help. Now that truck is there to help you. He has certain things that he has to go by before he can hook on to that vehicle. Okay? Let's start with the signature. Go ahead and sign right here. What is this? This is a damage waiver and permission to tow. Damage waiver that don't do any good. Tear up that car and got to pay for it. My boss says one way or another I'm in trouble. So that's bullshit. We shouldn't do that no more. I won't get it anyway. Next step, if they owe money, let's try to collect that, get that out of the way. Then, okay. All right, thank you. Now, if you will, could you put the keys in ignition for me, or if it's a fob, put that in your cup holder. Huh? Confusing a lot of times. If you have a key, put it in your ignition. If you have a fob, put it in the cup holder. They will climb in that car and they will turn that car on every time. Did I say put your key in the car and turn it on for me, and I'll do that? No. Didn't. I just said put them in ignition. I gotta take some pictures, and if you're welcome to, I gotta take some pictures, and you're welcome to climb in the truck if you like. This is what I tell all of them, unless they ride with somebody else. There's certain ways we do this. And the lady said to me, "You want me to put it in neutral?" Because they're all aware of the old time records. You know, the tow trucks pull up in that rear wheel drive, pick up that car from the back because it's a drivetrain. You want me to put it in neutral for you so you don't tear my stuff up? This lady was sitting on a hill. Straight up. She pulled into this apartment complex, and it's kind of upgraded a little bit. And her car died. She stops it and puts it in park. It won't restart. She calls the tow truck. I get there. I tell her to do what I just told you to do. And she wants me, "You want me to put it in neutral?" I turned around. I said, "If you want it to roll away, go ahead." Huh? Well, you ain't got to be a smart ass about it. Okay, well, where's your common sense, lady? I'm not hooked onto your vehicle yet. If it goes into neutral and you're on the hill, where's it going? What's the matter with you? Why did you call my boss and tell my boss I have a bad attitude because you're too fucking stupid to put your car in fucking park? See, I just got shit right there? That's frustration from your ignorance, not mine. Oh, I didn't graduate high school. You gotta be a stupid son of a bitch. Yeah, you did. You did graduate high school, and you're too fucking stupid to understand you don't put that car in neutral until it's hooked up to the truck. Pardon my French, but that's where I get. I'm a fuck damn shit kind of a guy, and I'm trying to be nice about everything. Just get that, okay? So let's try to clean it up. Let's go back to it. Your next example is this guy's on the highway. He just blew a tire, his right rear, and he's going eastbound on the highway. And he's in the hammer lane. And this guy pulls off to the shoulder of the road, inside emergency lane. You're not supposed to pull on the inside. All vehicles, if any trouble you have, you're supposed to make it to the right shoulder. They don't teach you that. They should, but they don't teach you that. This guy pulled off the road, and he was 1.5 feet off the yellow line. And he had 3.5 feet to his left to pull even farther away from that lane. But he stopped right there. Now when I pull up on him and I have to load his vehicle, if I don't want to start his vehicle up and try to drive it up onto the truck, I have to put it in neutral and pull it onto my truck, which means I have to center my truck, or center that vehicle in the bed of my truck when I back up to it, so it pulls straight up on my truck. You know what I mean? I don't mess with the steering wheel, sit there and fight it and all this kind of stuff. We are on the highway. People are flying by us. They're not moving over. They don't care. Because they're more important than somebody's broke down. I will never pull left if a car broke down on his shoulder. I hope I blow a tire and I kill him. I don't care. That's what they're thinking. It must be. Because they don't move over or slow down. They don't seem to think that my steering wheel ain't going that way. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm not even close to you, stupid. Shut up. Boom! Blow a tire and you're going to come over on us. I don't give a damn what lane you're in. If you lose control of your car, you're going to hit that shoulder and you're going to kill me. So when I saw this, I said, what happened, buddy? He said, I just blew a tire and I got scared and it scared the shit out of me and I just got off the road as fast as I could. I said, oh, okay. I said, what'd you stop right here for, though? Huh? What do you mean? I said, well, you're pretty close to the hammer lane there. I said, you probably should have been a little harder left here because these guys will run over you, man. They don't even care. And I got to kind of put a life in danger, you know what I mean? And then I went back to work. I had to collect money from him, too. And I did that inside the truck so we wouldn't do that outside. And he had to get out there in that lane to get in my truck because of where he was at. I guess he didn't feel threatened and feel scared. Maybe he had big balls. He didn't give a shit. But then he ain't out there jeopardizing his life loading someone else's car on the highway, is he? No. But if his son drove that tow truck, hey son, come and get me, buddy, I'm broke down. I bet you he would pull over far enough so his son wouldn't be in danger because he's thinking about his son's life. I don't want to get my boy in danger. I don't want to get hurt. My son, I love my kid, my boy, my everything, my world. But you? Ah, shit, you ain't nothing to me. I don't care about you. Fuck off. And because I corrected that man, he'll never do that again. The next time he pulls off that road, he'll pull off far enough so nobody's life will be in danger. I promise you that. But I offended him so much. Aww. Well, he called my boss and he told my boss I'm very rude. And he's got a bad attitude. That's 2. Then I get up on this other lady, and her car's in the garage, pulled in, and I got to tow it. And it's best to tow it from the front. Usually front one drives anyway. Okay, so we got to get this vehicle out of the garage. Oh, it runs? Okay, cool. Well, I say it's a little trouble. Yeah, I thought I was going to have to push it. No, I can pull it right out for you. Okay, well, thank you. So she gets in there, and she's backing out. And I said, well, when you do, just back that way. As soon as it's straight, just turn it off, and I'll have to back up to it. Okay. She's trying to back up to my truck. She wants to position it. She knows all about my job, and she's trying to do it for me. So she backs up. She's not even aiming right. I try to stop. No, don't do that. Don't. Just do it. And she's trying to go. Do your thing then. Do it. Go ahead. Do whatever the fuck you gonna do, because you ain't listening to me, you stupid ass. That's what I'm thinking. But she don't hear me. But she sees me. She sees my hands going up. But go ahead then. Whatever, stupid. Goddamn. I just told you what to do. Why are you doing this? So when she stops, it gets done. I said, just cut it off. Get out. You know, whatever. Why are you so rude about it? I didn't. You're not following language. You're stupid. You don't even understand what's going on. You must be stupid. But I'm the bad guy. See? Let me get him in trouble because I can't get my life right. That's 3. Come on in, Rich. Sit down. We got to talk. This is the last time we're going to have this talk. Now, I don't know why you're taking your attitude out on these people, but you need to stop doing that and blah, blah, blah. And then he looks up the camera that I'm on all the damn time, and he looks at me and he says, watch this. And I stopped at that garage. I mumbled something. He don't know what it is. I talk to myself all the time. It's hard telling what the conversation might be about because I do what I'm doing right here. I talk about and think about this stuff a lot, plus a lot of other things that God doesn't hate me and my life. It's crazy. Okay? Why are you looking at that camera and trying to judge me on something you don't have no idea about? But that's what we just had. All right? Now, he sees me grab the bottom of the phone and pull the charger out, and he said I threw it up on the dash all mad. Well, I don't. I just do that all the time. If you look at these other runs, you'll see that. He gave me that look like, man, whatever. I see what you did. Then you just jump out of the truck like you did. You was mad. Bullshit. Bullshit. And I got to sit there and take that shit. I wasn't mad, right? Yes, you would. Man. Okay, you're me. You know I was. All right. I get it. What happened to me was an element that attacked me that I can't see, and that's what we're talking about right now. Because our enemy is around everywhere. Google's your enemy. YouTube is your enemy. Anybody that acts like these two platforms are your enemy, that they want to take away your freedoms, they want to take away your speech, they want to spy on you, they want to put your personal information out there, they want to hack you, they want to destroy you because they can't be your master. You know, and it's bullshit. You're never going to be my master. None of you will be. None of you will be. I'm just a man. I treat you all the same. If you have intelligence, we can use that intelligence. But I'm not trying to judge you. You're stupid. Yeah? Well, I ain't judging you. That's seeing something. Okay? You just showed me something. Here's what I noticed. You can get mad if you want to. I don't give a shit. There's black and white people. Okay? If I pull up on a white man's car or woman, they always have the key. I can always usually put it in neutral. You understand? When I'm ready. Black people. I don't have the key. I lost my key. Because they're afraid you're not going to give them the key back. Ain't that stupid? I'm here to tow your car. Not going to steal your shit. Okay. Yeah, I lost my key. I don't have it. It's always pushed in somewhere. You're going to have to pull it out. Drag it. Whatever. Push it. You know what I mean? It won't start. It ain't got no power. It's clicking. They keep clicking and clicking until they don't have no power left in it. It's a push button start, no power. Okay. Push button start, no key. It's got a turn knob for the gear shift. I don't know. I can't find the key. So you make my job harder. So 9 times out of 10, when I pull up on one of your cars that I know is brand new, I'm not happy about it because more than likely you're going to screw me over. A, you want somebody to labor for you because you're special. B, I'm white and you don't like white people. Shut up. I don't want to hear that crap. You have been voting your whole life for Democrats, or you haven't voted at all. And you clearly, your mouth, your actions, your life supports Democrat Party. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I have a right to feel the way I do. Actions speak louder than words. Repetition is what we go by on a lot of things. Can you do a poll on that? That poll is a repeat, repetition. It's what they keep doing. Okay, do another poll and see. They repeated the process. This one was different. It showed different results. You guys don't show me very many different results. It's usually the same thing. That's why I just told you what I did. You can get mad if you want to. I don't care. That's just the way it is. You guys are all driving these old ass cars around, big wheels on them, big stereo on them, and you don't have jobs. It's confusing. It's confusing. I pulled up on this one car. It's got these great, huge, big-ass wheels on it. It's a Chevy Impala, I think. It's a big, bad car. I mean, it's nice looking. Actually, I think it was an O's 88. It's a big son of a bitch. Probably about 77, 78. It don't start. It's got power. Got this big, stupid steering wheel on it. It looks stupid. It's just, these guys think that stuff looks good. It's just ruining it. It looks stupid. I don't think it looks good at all. But it's what they like. It's what they want. And I'm here to tow it. And it's a AAA customer. I go, okay, here you go, sir. I need you to sign. I need my mama. Mama! Mama got to sign for it. Mama comes up there and signs. It's AAA. Here for my son. He don't have no job. He got money though, but he don't want to pay for no tow truck. So I'm gonna give him. We're talking 3:30 in the morning, and here this man's got his old mama out there to tow for him up on the highway too. Dangerous place to tow for his car because, well, he don't pay for no damn tow truck. Are you serious? But he is going far enough that he has to pay over mileage. And I said, okay, ma'am, thank you. I have to collect, I got to collect $15 for over mileage. Oh, he paying that. I'm not paying that. Oh, okay, sorry. I got to collect. She said, you paying that? I'm not paying that. I said, oh, how much is it? She said, it's $15. I get it, Mama. I get it. He said, here you go, man. I got you. You got any change? I said, no, I don't have any change, man. He said, oh, shit. He pulled out his money. You ever seen that show where Chris Rock is like, how much for that rib? How much for 2 ribs? How much? Give me 1 rib. And he pulls out this wad of money and he needs change. That is exactly what this guy did to me. And he's strolling through there trying to find a 10 and some 5, you know what I mean? And he can't find it. Here, man, just take that 20. Don't worry about it, man. Just keep it. I thought, wow. Is it drugs? I mean, I know damn well he ain't got no 40-hour a week of a job. But let me take that back. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. But he's got a girlfriend and he's got kids. Why is all his money going on his car and in his pocket like I just saw, but ain't nothing going on his child's back or on his child's foot or his child's belly, and his woman don't even like him. She's fat, ugly, sitting on welfare, and he just running around happy all the time. You know what? Your attitude's just bad, man. You can change your attitude. Yeah, apparently I fucking do. Because if I continue to be a man waking up and understanding what our country's going through, I'm going to be a fucking problem. You see? But if I close my eyes, close my mouth, and stop caring and just act like one of you, I can be a sheep too. Next thing you know, I've got cancer. I think I already do. And then I'm probably going to die, which I think I probably already am. And I'm not going to no hospital. I die. You've killed all my people. You took away my ability to make children. And now you brought me all this stuff that I'm trying to teach people about. I have to identify you to them so they know who you are. And I can see them, people. I can see them. I would like to turn you on to the person that I know could teach you how to see them, because that person taught me how to see them. But I'm not very good at it. And it's impossible. I mean, I'm not. What you hear is the best I've got. They're Democrats. They might be rhino Republicans. There are people who sit back and they're trying to tell you you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, while they don't do nothing right. If they tried. They lied about this moon landing. Why? Because they don't want us out there, and they want you to think that we can. So they're going to make a lot of lying trips out there, and they're not trying to leave us planet because they know what's going to happen when they do. They've been told. I guarantee you, they've been told. Radiation is there for a reason. It was there, put there by weaponry. It was not put there by the sun. And there's now 3 belts between us and the moon. Our weapons in our time created that 3rd belt. You're going to hear later in more videos, if you keep tuning into me, how ancient times had 2 nuclear wars, and the last one is what destroyed the planet. Set us all backwards. Very important. Very, very important. Who were they? Where are they now? And how much more time do we have before we're set back again? You're looking at it by poison. That's how. This country has to fall because it's the mightiest country in the world. We fight for everybody. We have everybody here in our country, in our military, that fights for the entire world. We love the world. So our military has to be, in our country, has to be broken down, so we can't do that anymore. And that's why they're attacking our country the way they are. That's why our country is the only country that's attacked by the food, by the water, and the air, because we are the police of the world. We can fix everything, but we're not going to. In fact, they're going to start pulling back, I'm pretty sure, because I'm telling you folks, our leaders, and I'm not referring to President Trump, but these people that we'll call leaders, I think are the bloodlines of the Anunnaki, and they're not here to be our friends. Well, to a degree they might be, but they're trying to rebuild themselves. They're rebuilding their technology, their aircraft, their equipment, their weapons, and all that. They've got them all back. Now they got to build an army. So they don't need people like me around that's going to stop shit. They only need people like you who's willing to follow them. So be careful what you follow, everybody. It can get real bad. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Sorry it took so long. I hope you understand. I really want you to understand. But I don't know how I'm going to get you there. Take care.